Sign it.
Please, you have to
I
listen
won't.
to me.
Then you'll die
This
here.
can't go on. We need
Tonight.
to stop it now.
Her voice cracks. Uncle,
You have
please.
to listen to me.
Shut her up.
This can't go
A
on. We
hand
need to
clamps
stop
over
it
her
now.
mouth. She screams against it, thrashing.
Please, you have to listen to
Then,
me.
silence.
This can't
Every
go
man
on.
in the
We need to
room
stop
goes
it
rigid.
now.
A voice cuts through the chaos. Calm. Cold. Korean. Take your hands off her. Her uncle's face drains of color. Mr. Kang, we were just... I said, take your hands off. The hand releases. She gasps for air. Kang steps into the light. His eyes are black ice. She's mine now. Her uncle stammers. Yes, of course, the agreement was broken the moment you touched her. He draws a gun, aims it at her uncle's head. She whispers, trembling, "What are you doing?" Kang doesn't lower the weapon. Starting a war. He fires. The shot echoes. Her uncle drops. Everyone freezes. Kang holsters the gun and extends his hand to her. Get up. We're leaving. Her whole body shakes. You killed, and I'll kill everyone else in this room if you don't move. Now. She takes his hand. Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Afro-Korean Story Vault, the hub of great stories. If your heart is already racing, hit that like button and subscribe to Afro-Korean Story Vault, because this is only the beginning. The room smells like expensive cigars and blood money. Amara sits in a velvet chair that feels more like a cage, her wrists bound not by rope, but by the weight of every gaze in the room. Men in dark suits surround a long table. They're deciding her future like she's a painting at auction. Her uncle stands at the head of the table, his face blank. He hasn't looked at her once since they dragged her in here. She used to think he loved her. Now she knows better. This settles the debt, her uncle says, his voice tight. She's yours. Amara's heart slams against her ribs. Yours? What are you talking about? No one answers. Then the door opens. The temperature in the room drops. Everyone goes still, not out of respect, but fear. A man steps inside, tall and lean, dressed in black from collar to cuff. His face is sharp, handsome in a way that feels dangerous. His eyes are dark, unreadable, and they sweep the room like a blade. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't have to. Her uncle clears his throat. Mr. Kang, as agreed. Stand up, Kang says. His voice is soft, deadly. It takes Amara a moment to realize he's talking to her. She doesn't move. Fear roots her to the chair. He walks toward her, each step slow and deliberate. When he stops in front of her, he crouches slightly so their eyes are level. You will come with me, he says, or they will kill you here. Her breath catches. What? He tilts his head. You heard me. She looks at her uncle, desperate for him to say something, anything. But he's staring at the floor. She doesn't understand the terms. One of the men at the table says nervously. Kang rises to his full height. She will. He extends a hand. Amara stares at it like it's a snake. She doesn't take it. Instead, she stands on her own, legs shaking. Good, Kang says. Then he looks at her uncle. If anyone follows us, I'll assume you've broken our agreement. Her uncle nods quickly. Too quickly. Kang turns and walks toward the door. Amara's feet move before her brain catches up. She follows him because staying feels like death, and leaving feels like falling off a cliff. But at least falling gives you a few more seconds. The hallway outside is empty, cold. Their footsteps echo. Amara's mind races. She wants to scream, to run, to fight. But something in the way Kang moves tells her it would be useless. What did he trade me for? She asks, her voice barely steady. Kang doesn't turn around. Time. That's not an answer. It's the only one you're getting tonight. They reach a black car waiting at the curb. A driver steps out and opens the door. Kang gestures for her to get in. She hesitates. I'm not going anywhere until you tell me what's happening. Kang finally looks at her. Really looks at her. His gaze is heavy, suffocating. You were dead the moment you walked into that room. I'm the reason you're still breathing. Get in the car. She feels the truth of it in her bones. The coldness in his voice isn't cruelty. It's fact. She climbs into the car. Kang slides in beside her. The door shuts, sealing them in leather and silence. As the car pulls away, Amara watches the building disappear behind them. She doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know who this man is. But she knows one thing for certain. Her old life just ended. The drive is long. Neither of them speaks. Amara keeps her hands clenched in her lap, nails digging into her palms. Kang stares out the window like she's not even there. But she can feel his awareness of her, sharp and constant. Finally, she breaks. Why me? Wrong question, he says. Then what's the right one? He turns his head slightly. Why are you still alive? Her stomach twists. And? Because I said so. The car pulls through a set of iron gates. The estate beyond is massive, modern, cold, beautiful in a way that feels hostile. Security cameras dot every corner. Men in black stand at attention near the entrance. This isn't a home. It's a fortress. The driver opens her door. Amara steps out, legs unsteady. Kang is already walking toward the entrance. She hurries to keep up. Am I a prisoner? She asks. That depends on how you behave. Inside, the house is pristine. Marble floors, high ceilings, minimal furniture. Everything is sharp edges and clean lines. A woman in a crisp uniform appears from a side hallway. Show her to the east wing, Kang says without stopping. Make sure she has everything she needs. The woman nods and gestures for Amara to follow, but Amara doesn't move. Wait, she says. You can't just... Kang turns. His expression is calm, but there's something dangerous beneath it. I can, and I have. Sleep. Eat. Don't leave the grounds. We'll talk tomorrow. And if I try to leave? His eyes darken. You won't make it past the gate. He walks away, his footsteps fading into the vast silence of the house. Amara stands there shaking with rage and fear and something she can't name. The woman touches her arm gently. This way, miss. Amara follows because she has no other choice. Her room is large, almost absurdly so. A king-sized bed, a private bathroom, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the estate grounds. It's luxurious. It's a cage. The woman places fresh clothes on the bed. If you need anything, press the button by the door. Someone will come. Who is he? Amara asks. The woman hesitates. Mr. Kang is not someone you ask about. Why not? Because the people who ask don't last long. The woman leaves before Amara can respond. The door clicks shut. Amara sits on the bed, her mind spinning. She tries to piece together what happened. Her uncle sold her. That much is clear. But to who? And why? She thinks about Kang's words. You were dead the moment you walked into that room. Who wanted her dead? She lies back on the bed, staring at the ceiling. Sleep feels impossible. But exhaustion pulls her under anyway, dragging her into restless dreams filled with shadows and cold eyes. When she wakes, sunlight streams through the windows. For a moment, she forgets where she is. Then it crashes back. The meeting, the car, the man who bought her like livestock. She sits up, heart pounding. There's a tray of food on the bedside table. Toast, eggs, fruit, tea, still warm. Someone came in while she slept. The thought makes her skin crawl. She eats because her body demands it, then showers and changes into the clothes left for her. Simple, elegant, expensive. Everything here is expensive. She opens the door cautiously. The hallway is empty. She steps out, bare feet silent on the cold floor. She doesn't know where she's going, but she can't stay locked in that room. She wanders through the house, taking in the details. Paintings that probably cost more than her entire life. Sculptures that look ancient. Everything is curated, controlled. Just like him. She finds a library. The walls are lined with books, floor to ceiling. It's the first place that feels remotely human. She runs her fingers along the spines, looking for anything familiar. "You're awake!" She spins. Kang stands in the doorway, hands in his pockets. He's dressed more casually than last night, dark jeans, a fitted shirt. But he still looks lethal. "You said we'd talk," Amara says, lifting her chin. "I did." "So talk." He steps into the room, closing the door behind him. "Your uncle owed a debt, a significant one. He couldn't pay. So he gave you me." "Yes. Why would you want me?" Kang studies her. "I didn't. But the alternative was worse." "Worse how?" "You'd be dead. And a war would have started that I'm not ready for." Amara's hands tremble. "So I'm... what? A bargaining chip?" "A complication," he says. "One I'm managing. I'm not a problem to be managed. I'm a person. Here, you're whatever I say you are." The words are brutal, but there's no malice in his tone, just cold pragmatism. It's somehow worse. "How long do I have to stay here?" she asks. "Until I decide it's safe." "Safe for who?" "You." She laughs bitterly. "You expect me to believe you're protecting me?" "I don't expect anything, but it's the truth." "Then tell me who wants me dead." His jaw tightens. "People who see you as leverage against your family. And now, against me." "That's not an answer." "It's the only one you're getting." Amara wants to scream. She wants to break something. But she forces herself to breathe. "What are the rules?" Kang raises an eyebrow. "Rules?" "You said I have to behave. So what does that mean?" He considers her for a moment. "Don't leave the estate without permission. Don't ask questions about my work. And don't lie to me." "That's it?" "That's enough." She crosses her arms. "And if I break them? Then I'll remind you why you shouldn't." The threat hangs in the one air. But again, there's no anger in his voice. Just certainty. "Fine," she says. "Can I at least use a phone?" "No." "Why not?" "Because I said so." "That's not a reason." "It's the only one that matters." He turns to leave. Amara takes a step forward. "Wait. Why did you really take me? There had to be another way to settle the debt." Kang pauses at the door. He doesn't turn around. "There was." "Then why?" "Because the other options all ended with you in pieces." He leaves. The door closes softly behind him. Amara sinks into a chair, her mind reeling. She's trapped here. With him. A man who speaks in riddles and threats and cold logic. But beneath all that, something doesn't add up. If she's just a complication, why go through the trouble? Why not let her die and avoid the mess? Unless he's lying. Or unless he's telling the truth, and that's somehow worse. Days pass. Amara learns the rhythm of the house. Meals appear like clockwork. Staff move silently, efficiently. They're polite but distant. She tries to talk to them, but they deflect every question. Kang is a ghost. She sees him occasionally, crossing the hallway, sitting in his office with the door cracked, standing on the balcony at night. But he never approaches her. Never speaks unless she forces it. It's unnerving. She's a prisoner, but he treats her like she's not even there. One evening, she finds him in the library again. He's reading, a glass of whiskey on the table beside him. She sits across from him without asking. "Do you ever sleep?" she asks. "Not often." "Why not?" "Sleeping is dangerous." "Everything's dangerous to you." He glances up. "You're learning." She leans forward. I've been here a week. When do I get to leave? When it's safe. And when is that? I don't know yet. That's not good enough. It's all I have. She wants to throw something. Instead, she takes a breath. Tell me about the people who want me dead. No. Why not? Because knowing won't help you. It'll only make you afraid. I'm already afraid. His eyes meet hers. For the first time, she sees something flicker there. Something almost human. I know. The moment stretches. Then he looks back at his book. Conversation over. But Amara doesn't leave. She stays, watching him read, trying to understand the man who holds her life in his hands. He doesn't tell her to go, and somehow that feels like progress. That night she wakes to voices. Angry voices. She slips out of bed and cracks her door open. Down the hall, light spills from Kang's office. She creeps closer, heart pounding. Can't keep her here forever, a man's voice says. I'll keep her as long as necessary, Kang replies. They're getting impatient. They want confirmation. Tell them she's secure. That's not enough. They want proof. Then they'll be disappointed. There's a pause. You're making this personal. I'm making this controlled. Hyun, listen to me. No, you listen. She stays here until I say otherwise. Anyone who has a problem with that can take it up with me directly. Silence, then footsteps. Amara darts back to her room, heart racing. She slips into bed just as her door opens. She holds her breath, pretending to sleep. Kang stands in the doorway. She can feel his gaze on her, heavy and assessing. Then the door closes. She exhales shakily. They want proof. Proof of what? That she's alive? That she's here? Or proof that she's dead? The next morning she confronts him. She finds him outside, watching the sunrise. He doesn't react when she approaches. I heard you last night, she says. I know. What did he mean? They want proof? Kang is silent for a long moment. Then, people who trade in lives like confirmation. They want to know their investments are secure. I'm not an investment. To them, you are. And to you? He finally looks at her. You're a responsibility. That's not an answer. It's the truth. She steps closer. Who are they? Who wants me dead so badly that you had to lock me in a fortress? His jaw tightens. Rivals. People who see your family as a threat. People who would use you to start a war or end one. Then why not just kill me and be done with it? Because I don't kill for convenience. But you kill. Yes. The admission is blunt. Honest. She should be horrified. But instead she feels something else. A strange, twisted gratitude. Because at least he's not lying to her. How many people have you killed? She asks quietly. Enough to know when it's necessary. He pauses. And when it's not. And I'm not necessary. No. His voice softens slightly. You're not. Something shifts between them. A fragile understanding. She's not his enemy. And maybe, just maybe, he's not hers. Thank you, she whispers. He looks surprised. For what? For not being worse than you are. The corner of his mouth twitches. Almost a smile. Low bar. It's the one I have. They stand in silence, watching the sun climb higher. And for the first time since she arrived, Amara feels something other than fear. She feels seen. But the peace doesn't last. 2 days later, everything falls apart. Amara is in the garden when she hears shouting. She runs toward the house, heart pounding. Staff are moving quickly, urgently. Something's wrong. She finds Kang in his office, surrounded by armed men. His face is carved from stone. What's happening? She asks. Get to your room, now. Tell me. Now, Amara. The use of her name stops her cold. He's never said it before. Hearing it from his lips feels intimate, dangerous. One of the men steps forward. Sir, we need to move her. No, Kang says. They know she's here. If we don't... I said no. The man looks frustrated but backs down. Kang's gaze cuts to Amara. Go, please. She goes, but she doesn't stay in her room. She hides in the hallway, listening. They'll breach the perimeter within the hour. Someone says. Let them try. Kang replies. You're putting everyone at risk for one girl. She's not just one girl. She's a declaration. Of what? That I don't negotiate with predators. Amara's breath catches. He's protecting her. Not because she's valuable, but because letting her die would be surrendering. And Kang doesn't surrender. The attack comes at dawn. Amara wakes to gunfire. She bolts upright, terror flooding her veins. Explosions rattle the windows. She runs to the door, but it's locked from the outside. She's trapped. She pounds on the door, screaming. No one comes. The sounds of battle rage below. Shouts, crashes, more gunfire. She backs away from the door, shaking. Then it bursts open. Kang stands there, blood on his shirt, a gun in his hand. His eyes are wild, lethal. Come with me, he says. She doesn't hesitate. She runs to him. He grabs her wrist and pulls her into the hallway. They move fast, ducking through corridors she's never seen. The house is a maze of chaos. Bodies on the floor, smoke in the air. Stay behind me, Kang orders. They round a corner. 3 men appear, guns raised. Kang moves faster than she can process. 3 shots, 3 bodies. He doesn't even slow down. Amara's legs nearly give out, but he's pulling her forward, relentless. They reach a reinforced room. He shoves her inside. Stay here. Don't open the door for anyone but me. Where are you going? To end this. Don't leave me. He cups her face with one blood-stained hand. The gesture is so sudden, so unexpected, that she goes still. I will come back for you, he says. Do you understand? She nods, unable to speak. Good. He leaves. The door locks behind him. Amara sinks to the floor, shaking. She hears more gunfire, screams. Then slowly, silence. Minutes pass. Hours. She doesn't know. Then the door opens. Kang stands there, covered in blood. But he's standing. It's over, he says. She runs to him. Without thinking, she throws her arms around him. He stiffens, surprised. Then, slowly, his arms come up around her. They stand like that for a long moment. 2 people who shouldn't trust each other. 2 people who have no reason to care, but they do. When they finally pull apart, Amara looks up at him. You're hurt. It's not mine. All of it? He hesitates. Most of it. She takes his hand. Let me help. Amara. Please. He doesn't argue. She leads him to the bathroom. Makes him sit. She cleans the cuts on his arms, his neck. He watches her the entire time, something unreadable in his eyes. Why did you do it? She asks quietly. Do what? Risk everything. For me. He's silent for a long time. Then, because if I let them take you, I'd be the monster they think I am. She pauses, cloth in hand. And you're not? I don't know anymore. She finishes bandaging him. Their faces are close, too close. She can see the exhaustion in his eyes, the weight he carries. Thank you, she whispers. Don't thank me yet. Why not? Because this isn't over. He's right. The next morning, Amara learns the truth. The attack wasn't random. It was orchestrated by someone she trusted, someone from her past, her cousin. The betrayal shatters her. She confronts Kang, demanding answers. You knew, she says, voice shaking. I suspected. And you didn't tell me? Would it have changed anything? I deserved to know. Knowing would have put you in more danger. They were using you as bait, Amara. If you'd reached out, tried to contact anyone, I would have walked right into their trap. Yes, she feels sick. My whole life was a lie. Not all of it. How would you know? Because I've been watching you for months. I know who you are, and you're not them. The confession hangs between them. He's been watching her. For months. Before the trade. Before everything. Why? She whispers. Because I needed to know if you were worth saving. And? His eyes meet hers. You are. Something breaks open inside her. She doesn't know if it's relief or fear or something else entirely. But she knows one thing. She trusts him. God help her. She trusts him. Days pass. The estate is rebuilt. Security is tripled. Amara starts to feel less like a prisoner and more like something else. She and Kang fall into a routine. Meals together, quiet conversations. He's still guarded, still cold. But there are cracks now. She sees him smile once. Just once. It transforms his face. She wants to see it again. One night, she finds him on the balcony. He's staring out at the grounds, lost in thought. Can't sleep? She asks. Never. She joins him. They stand in comfortable silence. I think I understand now, she says. Understand what? Why you are the way you are. You're not a monster. You're just tired. He looks at her, really looks at her. You should be more afraid of me. I was. I'm not anymore. Why not? Because a real monster wouldn't have bled for me. His expression shifts. Something raw flickers across his face. Then it's gone. But she saw it. And she knows. He feels it too. The next week, everything changes again. A message arrives. A demand. They want Amara. They want Kang. They want war. I won't let them have you, Kang says. What if that's the only way to end this? Then it doesn't end. You can't fight forever. Watch me. But even he has limits. The next attack is brutal. They come in waves. Professional. Ruthless. Kang fights like a man possessed. But he's outnumbered. Amara watches from the safe room. She sees him take a hit. Sees him stumble. Sees him keep going. She can't stay hidden. She won't. She grabs a weapon from the wall, something heavy, metal, and runs. She doesn't think. She just moves. She reaches the main hall just as a man levels a gun at Kang's back. She swings. Hard. The man goes down. Kang spins, shock on his face. What are you doing? Saving you. You were supposed to stay. I don't take orders anymore. Something flashes in his eyes. Pride, maybe. Or fear. He grabs her hand. Then stay close. They fight side by side. It's messy and terrifying, and she's pretty sure she's going to die. But she doesn't care. Because if she's going down with him. When the dust settles, they're both still standing. Barely. Kang looks at her, blood on his face, breathing hard. You're insane. Maybe. You could have been killed. So could you. He stares at her. Then he laughs. It's raw, and broken, and beautiful. What? She asks. You're either the bravest or the stupidest person I've ever met. Can I be both? He pulls her close. Not gently, but like he's afraid she'll disappear. Don't ever do that again. No promises. He pulls back just enough to look at her. His hand comes up, brushing her cheek. I wasn't meant to care about you. I know. This complicates everything. I know that too. I'm not a good man, Amara. I don't need you to be good. I just need you to be you. His jaw tightens. Then he kisses her. It's desperate and fierce and full of everything he can't say. She kisses him back, pouring all her fear and relief and reckless hope into it. When they break apart, he rests his forehead against hers. If I fall, then don't fall. He looks at her like she's already destroyed him, like she's the best and worst thing that's ever happened. I wasn't meant to love you, he whispers. Her breath catches. But you do. Yes. The word is barely audible, but it changes everything. They stand there, in the wreckage of a war they didn't start, holding on to each other like the world is ending. Maybe it is, but for now, in this moment, they have each other. And that's enough. Welcome to Afro-Korean Story Vault, lovelies. Did she choose safety or damnation? Drop your theory in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Afro-Korean Story Vault for the next chapter and other great stories dropping daily. You won't want to miss what happens next.